try and, isn't it, the more independence we try and exhibit, then the more we're bound. This is one of the laws of material nature, isn't it? The more you try and be independent, then the more your dependence will be taken away. More and more. Yeah? Just like someone wants to be independent, they want to do anything they want. Yeah? They want to take anything they want. Then what happens? The police catch them and they get put in prison. So independence taken away. Sorry. So you have to stay in this place. Yeah? You misuse your independence, you have to stay in this place. Yeah? And then in the prison, if one starts to misbehave in the prison, if one starts to attack the guards, I haven't told us not to attack the guards, then what happens? You get put in a cell with no windows. You get solitary confinement. Yeah? Solitary confinement. Yeah? So in one sense, that's our position in the material world. We have been imprisoned. Yeah? We are in a prison because of misuse of independence. And this independence is there for us to exhibit our individual, unique, loving relationship with Krishna. But we became purists as to the position of Krishna. What would it be like to be number one? Yeah. So therefore, taken away, so this material world. Yeah. So this material world is often compared to just like a prison house. Yeah. As I think Janet Taipu was saying the other day, it's just like, in class, anyone who has this material body, it means fall number one. Fall number one, if you have a material body. Yeah. So we should reflect on that, sunset, we should reflect on that this material world ultimately, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, is a temporary place and is full of misery. Yeah. Because we are prone to forget. Yeah, we're prone to forget and think that it's a place of enjoyment. Yeah, it's a place where we can fulfill all our desires. You know. It's a place it's a prison. It's a place of suffering place. A suffering place. A couple of weeks ago I went to see my nan, she's passed away now. I wasn't so close to her, but I went to see her, out of respect, and she was in the last 2 days, or 3 days of life, and she was in a ward there, where it's basically a ward where you go in and not many people come out alive, there was people there. All you could hear in this ward was groaning. Like that. People in these beds, and the nurses are trying their best to make them comfortable. Really, I thought, this is the material world. This is where everyone's going to. We're all going in the same, going towards, old age, It's such a terrible place, So we have to prepare, another subject. So that's why we have to prepare. We have to prepare ourselves. So we have to be very, very Krishna conscious. Yeah. The reason why we're not dying is because we're not qualified yet. We're not qualified to die. Krishna doesn't want us to die yet. If we're qualified, then we'll die. It's like some devotees, very advanced devotees, isn't it? Then Krishna, no problem, come back. They'll be completely absorbed in me. So we have to qualify ourselves. So to qualify ourselves, we have to free ourselves from the entanglement of this conditioning that we all have. And this Papa gives a nice explanation of how to do that. Specifically, he focuses on, it's the main thing he seems to focus on here, is by association. Yeah? So it's by associating with the Lord's bhaktas, with the Lord's devotees. Yeah? It's by association that we're conditioned, and it's by association that we become unconditioned. Yeah? And Prabhupada very nicely, he mentioned here, it's by sit here. But hearing and chanting about Krishna, and he quoted the verse, Nasta Pleshu Bhadarishu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavatam Shloki Bhakti Bhagavata Naistaki. By regular attendance in classes of Bhagavatam, I render in service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is completely destroyed. That's right. Yeah. So this is the whole point is, again, just like as described, just by osmosis we become conditioned by material nature. So just by osmosis in the same way, just by associating with devotees, we become purified. And Prabhupada mentioned also is that, he called that, he said, they become very nice Vaishnavas. He said that. Nice devotees. And Prabhupada gave his devotees as examples, all coming from backgrounds of malechas and yavanas. They have become changed. They have changed. So it's not that we give up desire, it's not that we try and annihilate our character, but we have to purify our character. Yeah? We should not be the same person when we first joined. When we first joined Krishna consciousness, within some years, we should be a different person. Yeah? There should be a change. Yeah? Our body may be the same, but even that changes, isn't it? Even the purification changes even the body. But essentially, our parents will still recognize us. You know? But we have to, our character has to change. How we joined the Krishna consciousness movement, or how we took up the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, within 1 to some years, there should be changes. Yeah? What we desire, or what gives us joy, or what gives us happiness, should change. Yeah? It should change. And it will change if we follow the process. Yeah? And the process Prabhupada gives here is basically describes again, this quote, this verse, he mentions the program that has been given for us to change. It basically mentions hearing and chanting and attending the Mangalarti. In other words, basically this change means coming out of the modes of material nature, yeah? the lower modes of material nature, and situating ourselves in the mode of goodness. We've heard this again and again and again. It's good to hear it again and then again. Prabhupada specifically gave some specific characteristics of the mode of goodness here. Can anyone remember what they were?
Mangalati.
Mangalati was one. Another one was two more. Srimad Bhagavatam, another two was
Devotee association.
Look at something more basic.
Chanting.
Huh?
Chanting.
Being neat and clean. Who said that? By being neat and clean and attending the Mangalati. Yeah? Come to the mode of goodness. Yeah? Neat and clean and come to mode of goodness. Yeah. So we have to so like this is our challenge. This is for the real purification to take place, then we do have to be situated in a mode of goodness. Then real purification takes place. Yeah? Real purification really takes place. You know, if, as mentioned, is by Kapila, is it Lord Kapila describes devotional service in the three modes of material nature in the third canto, is it? Third canto? Yeah, describes devotional service in the three modes of material nature. Yeah, he describes. But he could even, his devotional service can be done in the mode of ignorance, can be done in the mode of passion. Yeah? Generally done in the modes of ignorance and passion, everything becomes a mess. Everything becomes complicated. Yeah? There's no actual purification. There may be an accumulation of offences even. Yeah? So we have to come to the mode of goodness. Yeah? Someone in the mode of goodness doesn't generally make offences. Yeah, it's generally when we succumb to the lower modes that we make offences, in the mode of passion and ignorance. That's why it's so important. Yeah. So important to come to the mode of goodness. And I was reading the other day as well in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, not everyone's, Sachin's favourite book. That just by cleaning the temple, you'll be free of the modes of passion and ignorance. Just by cleansing the temple. Simple as that. Yeah? Simple as that. Just by cleaning the temple, you'll be free of the modes of passion and ignorance. Yeah? So in that sense, we can ascertain everything we do, that we do in the morning program and doing devotion, so it's all there to bring us to the mode of goodness. Yeah? And then in the mode of goodness, then things become a lot more clear. And then Prabhupada goes on to describe, he's quoting from the second. Peter, can you get me first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam?